Well, hello there, and happy Easter to you all. I hope you're having a great weekend. I know it's a little strange, not the normal Easter weekend, holiday weekend we're all used to. Um, but I wanted to make a quick video this weekend to talk to you about something that's kind of humorous. If there is humor to be found in this current situation we find ourselves in, I think I'm going to find it. So yesterday I went down to the town here I live in. It's called Crouch End here in North London, and I noticed something. I'm going to get into this in a little bit more. What I'm going to describe as face mask, or maybe it's just coronavirus snobbery. So basically, you have people who are reacting to this in quite different ways. I mean, at this point, there's now a line to get into most stores. Taking 15, 20 minutes to queue up to get in. Then when you go in, there's only like one or two people in the whole store, and everyone's taking turns. There's big plastic screens up in front of the employees. So there's big on the markings on the floor, making sure we don't get too close to them. And, most people are wearing masks or some kind of covering on their face. But there are some people who are just kind of walking around like nothing's happening. Now, I'm not going to make any judgment on that. It's funny to me because you see the extremes. You see some people like who have like a big hood on and a mask, and they look very intense. You can tell like they're so tense. You can tell how afraid they are. And then you see other people, like I said, who are just walking in the road like it's just a normal, typical sunrise day. And it was beautiful yesterday. When I went down there, it was about like 75 degrees. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I've seen like these strange situations on where people are like saying, well, they're kind of like almost calling people out for not wearing masks when they go out. Or then the next level is that when you are wearing a mask, then people start commenting on, well, that's not a proper mask. And you're just like, are you kidding me right now? Seriously, we're going to be face mask snobs? What? I mean, the people in the hospitals are barely have enough face masks. You know what I mean? People are doing the best they can. I saw a woman yesterday had this big visor, it's plastic visor, like those helmets that you wear if you're painting and stuff like that. I mean, go girl, whatever works, I guess. But and maybe we're overreacting by everyone wearing masks. Maybe that is the correct thing to do. I guess we won't really know what's been overreaction or what's been underreaction until later on. But it's just interesting. I would love to hear your thoughts and stories about what you've experienced with face mask snobbery. And it's I think you don't necessarily have to wear a mask. You can still be conscious of social distancing without wearing a mask. It's not absolutely critical, but I do think it probably helps. I'm not a person who's into fear and like, oh my god, this is the end. This is not the apocalypse. Like I've been saying this in my previous videos. I really just this will pass. We will get through this. I have no doubt about that. I've always felt like that about it. I think it may even go away quicker than most people think it's going to. We shall see. We shall see. I'm an optimistic person. So. We'll see how it goes, but I'd be just interested to see what you think. I mean, I saw an extreme story yesterday where a person was going to work in their car every day, and a neighbour posted a note which was shared on social media, and the note basically said, we're watching you, we see you go every day to your car to work. You're not wearing a uniform, so your job is not an important job that you should be going out, and you're putting us all at risk by getting in your car. You've been reported, we're watching you, or something. I'm like, what? I mean, as it turned out, the person who was driving the car, they worked in the hospital. They just did, they're not a nurse. They had some other kind of technical duties they did in the hospital, so they didn't have a uniform. People just again, I understand that people have a lot of time on their hands. And so they're maybe bored and they're just kind of like looking at the window and they're starting to notice things they didn't notice before. I mean, and like I saw yesterday, there was a woman going down the road with her baby in a pram, no cover on the baby, no mask on the baby, no mask on her. Maybe she's right not to be panicking, going over the top of the masks and stuff. Maybe she's absolutely out of her mind not to be wearing a mask. Personally, I would be erring on the side of caution. If it was my child, I would absolutely have some kind of cover over them. I don't. Would I even bring my children out? That's a good question. It's a good question. I guess it depends on the circumstance. But again, am I being a face mask snob and even just saying that about the woman with the baby, or maybe I'm being sensible? See, this is the thing about it. I think it'd be interesting to see what you guys think. But I just think it's a funny part of human nature how that kind of snobbery clicks in. Because only a couple of weeks ago, like people were like, I'm not wearing a mask. And now all of a sudden, I believe in Los Angeles, one of my friends was telling me that the mayor came on and said now it's mandatory that everyone has to wear a mask. So it's not like that here yet. But I guess it depends on where you are and your outlook on it. I'd like to hear what you guys think. Do you think this is going to take 6 months? Do you think this is the apocalypse? I'd be interested to hear all your thoughts on it. Again, I'm going to repeat what I just said there a minute ago. I personally, Hugh, believe this is not the apocalypse, and I absolutely believe that we're going to make it through this. And I also feel, as I've been saying in some of the previous videos, I think we're going to come out of this stronger, better, more caring society, because we're going to have a better appreciation for the things that we were taking for granted. I mean, for people, especially today on a family day, when you're not with your family, or you're not with your loved ones, this makes it a tricky day for sure. And I know when we get to hold those loved ones again, it's going to be very emotional, for sure. So I want to send a whole bunch of love out to you guys today. It's my son Matthew, my eldest son Matthew's birthday today. I'm sending loads of love out to him too. Very excited for him. He's an extraordinary young man. I'm very, very proud of him, and I'm very fortunate that I have such an extraordinary son. And both him and Daniel, my two boys, are just extraordinary young men. I couldn't be prouder of both of them. So happy birthday to you, Matthew, today. I hope you have a great day. And again, love to all of you. Nothing but love.